Hi. When we first bought our apartment here in Israel, so we had a wonderful lawyer, and he saw that we were terribly nervous about the amounts of money we were dealing with, about making a commitment to make Aliyah, about living here in Israel. And he said to us, don't worry, because if you burn your bridges to Chutz La'aretz and you make a commitment to the land of Israel will make a commitment to you right back. Now, I thought that was a pretty interesting philosophical and metaphysical statement for a lawyer to be making. I just moved to Israel. I didn't know that your doctor, your lawyer, and certainly your cab driver are always giving you lessons in Judaism. The question is, was he right? As much as you commit to the land of Israel, does it commit back to you? Can the land commit? So what we see in this parsha, P'arshat Devarim, is a very interesting statement by Chazal. The Midrash says as follows: Amar Moshe Rabbeinu lefanav, Ribono shel olam, atzmotav shel Yosef nichnasu la'eretz Yisrael, vani eini nichnas. The bones of Yosef are going into the land, and I can't go into the land. Amar la Kadosh Baruch Hu, mi shodeh ba'artzo nikbar ba'artzo. Someone who admitted to his land will be buried in the land. Umi shelo hodeh ba'artzo, someone who did not admit to his land, lo nikbar ba'artzo, will not be buried in the land. Yosef hodeh ba'artzo, minayin. Gvirto omeret re'u hevi lanu ish ivri. Potiphera said, look, they brought us a Jewish person. They brought us someone from Eretz Yisrael. V'lo kafar el amar gunavti me'eretz ha'ivrim. He didn't deny it, but he admitted it. Yes, I've been stolen for the land of the Ivrim, for the land of Avram Avinu. Ata shelo hodeita ba'artzacha, ein ata nikbar ba'artzacha. Ketzad, benot Yitro omrot ish mitzri hatzilanu. The daughters of Yitro said, an Egyptian has saved us. And you, Moshe, did not say it wasn't true. It's very interesting. We don't find anywhere that Moshe Rabbeinu is blamed for this, that it says that he did anything wrong. And yet we see that this is the fundamental and original reason why he was not allowed to go into the land. What's the reason for this? So Rav Chaim Shmulevitz says as follows: Mevu'ar mizeh limud lanu. We learn something out for ourselves. Ki lekabel et hashefa hamushpa mimarom al ha'eretz v'yoshveha kamor tamid einei Hashem lokecha ba. Yesh t'nai liot modeh ba'aretz v'hargasha zu machshira et hadam likanes tachat hashpa'ah sheba'aretz. Somebody who wants to receive the shefa, the bracha, the good that Eretz Yisrael has to put upon them, they have to be modeh ba'aretz. They have to identify with the land. And if they identify with the land will accept them back. This also, says Rav Chaim, is why even though Chet HaEgel was a much worse sin than Chet HaMeraglim, for Chet HaEgel the Jews were forgiven. For Chet HaMeraglim they were not forgiven. They had to die in the midbar, except for the women who it says, Chavivin et ha'aretz. They especially loved the land of Israel. So Rav Chaim says as follows: because they created a mitziut, a reality. If I walk in that direction, but I really wanted to be there, I don't receive a punishment that now I'm not there, I'm in the direction I walked in. It's a reality. By walking in the wrong direction, I ended up in the wrong place. They walked away from the land of Israel, and they were left with the reality. They were then not in the land of Israel. And so we see, says Rav Chaim, that they didn't want the land, and so says Rav Chaim, the land did not want them. Seems my lawyer is right. The more we commit to the lands of Israel, the more it commits to us back. The more it commits right back to us. I look forward to seeing you here in Eretz HaKdosha, in Mechala, and I hope in the meantime you have a wonderful summer.